Huge shout out to Linksys for providing not one, but two MX5300s. So the first half of this video will be my unboxing experience, which I recorded over the holidays to really test the range of these routers since my apartment is less than 700 square feet. Then we can come back so I can talk more about Wi-Fi 6 and my thoughts on this router. My goodness, this is I say beautiful too much, but this is seriously just the box itself. Beautiful. Here we go. Oh my gosh. It's like it's fresh. It's not even a review unit. It's like they shipped this out just for me. Linksys, please have a good smell. Okay. Whoa. This router is massive. Oh my gosh. They weren't kidding. This is huge. Do I have another one of these? Guys, this is like, I can't take that out because people are using the internet, but this is massive. Let me smell it. Dude, it smells like gigabit Wi-Fi speeds. Oh, it smells so good. The bottom smells good. This is so clean. This is huge. All right, so we got our paperwork. So this is what makes it smell so good. It's this. Yes, Linksys, please keep using this. That smells incredible. It smells like that fresh foam material you get in like luxury items. Oh, it smells so good. Anyway, so the setup guide you have to do through the app. I'll set that up in 1 second. And then we have our power adapter as well as our Ethernet. This is actually kind of small, but since it's going to be connected to your modem, I don't really want to, ding them a point, but a longer cable would have been nice. I think this is like 3 feet, which is fine. So far with the unboxing experience, simple, clean, smells good. I love it so far. Yes, yes, they have a WPS button, yes. All right, another thing I want you guys to note is something that I do particularly with the companies that I want to use in my day-to-day. I looked at the app and it almost has 5 stars. This is probably 4.7 with 43,000 reviews. That's really impressive. Anything over 4.5, 4, I'll let it slide, but if it's 4.5 or above, that's really impressive. So let's go ahead and open it up and see how easy it is. So yes, it is blinking purple. Checking for internet. Ooh, instantly found that it was connected. So it's linking my account. It says this could take a minute. All right, so now it's telling me to type in my Wi-Fi name and password. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that. So it looks like it's still setting up and configuring my network. So let's see. Never mind, it's done. Wow. I mean, I'm actually not that surprised because it is, getting the internet through the cable, but still seeing these speeds. Also, as you can see inside the app, it does show the device name and what it's connected to. So this phone is connected through the 5 gigahertz band and I'm getting a full signal. I mean, this interface is so clean. So let's talk about my speeds using this router at my house. So for the first speeds, it's being tested with just 1 unit. Now you can pair this up with multiple Velop devices. It doesn't have to be specifically this Wi-Fi 6 one. It can be Wi-Fi 5 and you can create your own mesh network. So for the 3 locations, the first one is the office, which is the closest to the router, the kitchen, which is on the opposite side of the house, and then my room where the router doesn't reach because my parents are smart individuals and knew I don't need internet in my room growing up, is on the 2nd level on the opposite side of the house. Now with 1 unit in the office, you can see that we are getting around 430 down and 350 up. Also, I want to mention that we have 1,000, but devices over the air aren't going to get that, at least not yet. Now, the kitchen, we have a pretty good split of 130, which is completely acceptable because I'm the only person who cares about the internet in the house. So I think no one's really going to be complaining about having over 100 down over the air in the kitchen. Now, for the ultimate test, which is my room, which is not surprising, we get a measly 9 down and then the test ended up failing. Now, this is not the router's fault. I've tried multiple 1 unit routers and my room is basically a dead spot. Like I mentioned before, my parents are smart individuals. Now, this router is rated at covering 2,700 square feet, and our home is a little bit over 3,000, so it's no surprise the signal in my room is non-existent. Now, adding a second router to the mix, you can see the speeds have increased significantly, hitting over 500 in the office. And then in the kitchen, the speeds have also improved significantly, hitting well above 200. And I also want to mention it's increasing the signal to our Arlo security system as well on the far side of the house, because it went from good to excellent when I looked inside the app. But the most important test is my room, which, as you can see, we're getting a 240 down and 160 up. Stable, excellent connection. I honestly almost cried when I saw that speed test. Now, there's a lot to love about this router, and as well as the Linksys app itself. The app is great, but I think one of the biggest features of the router is for people who want something a little bit more. Keep in mind, Linksys has been in the network industry for over 30 years and has a pretty good infrastructure and idea of what people want out of a router. You can still log in through your IP and access the finer details of your router, with a ton of smart home devices becoming more common in households, but many of them still requiring that 2.4 gigahertz band. Linksys allows you to disable it, which is great for a mesh network that share one common name. Now, the app does provide a lot of insight, but in some regards, compared to my Eero Pro 5, lacks a bit, which is my older Wi-Fi system. They have a Wi-Fi 6 one, which is a little bit bigger. Now, inside the Linksys app, you can see that my Echo products show up as none, and I had no way of knowing it was my Echo device if it wasn't for me looking up the MAC address. Now, the good thing about Eero is that it tells you the manufacturer from the MAC address and makes a pretty good guess on what the devices are when they're first connected. So hopefully Linksys can maybe implement this into their app. Now, what I really do love about the app is that the icons are amazing, but I do have a concern about having to support a lot of smart home brand products. A generic outlet or car would have been great, because I personally don't own a Wemo outlet or a Tesla, although pretending that my car is a Tesla in the app makes me laugh sometimes. Now, these are just some of the minor negatives, and I'm really nitpicking here because honestly, this is a fantastic router. Now, another great benefit is that Linksys does allow you to have emojis in your Wi-Fi name. I love that. I don't think many people care about that, but it's a deal breaker for a person who likes to make witty Wi-Fi names. Now, this thing does retail at $399 at the recording of this video, which is a lot, but as I mentioned before, if you are a person who is investing in a smart home ecosystem, the backbone of everything will always come down to this, the router. And my advice is, buying smart home things, you don't want to cheap out on stuff, because consistency and stability is everything, and you want to have a lot of customization when it comes to your router. If you want the greatest performance of your internet speeds, especially if it's huge, or if you already have an existing Velop system and you want to upgrade it, you may want to have the MX5300 on your radar. This product smells great and it performs well, and I hope you learned something in this video. Once again, huge shout out to Linksys for helping me make this video come together. I appreciate every sub, like, and comment, and as always guys, much love. I love this thing. I love you too, Eero, but I love both of these, but I like this one more.